Hello guys, in 2025 it became evident that war is back home to Russia where it belongs. Not just to the bordering with Ukraine regions, but to the capital of Russia, Moscow, and Putin's favorite city, Saint Petersburg. There are tons of evidence, but actually, as I record this video, approximately 600,000 people in Moscow are without electricity. And they cannot check why. What's the reason? Because also they don't have mobile internet. But trust me, at least these 600,000 people clearly understand that the special military operation now is way closer to their homes than they expected back in 2022. In 2025 alone, the Kremlin turned off mobile internet all over the Russian Federation 12,000 times. 12,000 times they needed to hide the truth about their constant economic, military, and social failures. So let's discuss how war is expanding deep inside the Russian Federation as we continue implementing the only working peace plan, right to defeat the Kremlin. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine. Subscribe to witness our victories and resilience in 2026 and share these videos to spread the truth because only truth and justice can save this world. So according to various Telegram channels, lots of people in Moscow and surrounding villages, which are extremely expensive, popular places to live in, are without electricity. Among them, there are Romenskaya, Zhukovskoye, Litkarino, and approximately, once again, 600,000 people are without electricity. Well, their local authorities claim that because of some malfunctioning, and we don't know, did Ukrainian drones cause these malfunctioning? But it seems like everything is malfunctioning inside the Russian Federation since they overestimated their strengths. Anyway, these people clearly understand that war is now back on the Russian side. They know it from the news. They have tons of Telegram channels that report about constantly destroyed various targets in different parts of the Russian Federation, including oil refining industry, and they don't even need to read the news. They can check the prices on gasoline, which keep growing inside the Russian Federation. Also, the updates from the banking system demonstrates panic and fear among the ordinary Russians who keep withdrawing their money from even strongest Russian banks like Sberbank. And now the capital of the Russian Federation is experiencing what, a lot of Ukrainian cities experience for more than 3 years of Putin's attacks on our energy infrastructure. But what's important? It did not break us. We adapted and actually treated Russians to their own medicine. I'm sure the electric substations targeted were involved in the production of electricity for the Russian military forces because right now all of the Russian economy is serving Putin's war machine. But the fact that they cannot protect the airspace of Moscow from the Ukrainian drones, that they cannot protect their military facilities, that they have to cancel flights, and it is a new tradition in Russian Federation. Moscow, Vnukovo, Sheremetyevo, super popular airports are very often closed, literally a couple of times during a week. And this leads to delays, chaos, but most importantly, thousands and thousands come to realize that Russia is losing this war. Because back in 2022, Putin promised that he attacks Ukraine to protect Russia. And we see the country, Ukraine, despite all the Russian violence, injustice, some betrayals among our allies, keeps growing stronger, and we use now our own missiles, our own long-range drones to deliver these messages to Russia, asking them, do you like war when it is on your own territory? And please remember, Russia can end this war by withdrawing troops from Ukraine and everything is ended the very same moment. So do not let them trick you with some negotiations, with fake attacks on Putin's residence, because just have a look. When drones are flying to Moscow, we have lots of evidence, photos, videos, no electricity for hundreds of thousands of people, closed airports. Nothing like that happened in Novgorod when they decided to invent just another reason to continue attacking Ukraine and pretend that they are negotiating, avoiding sanctions. Because the situation deep inside Russia is so bad that they need to turn off mobile internet. Once again, you follow me daily. You know that quite often we don't have electricity in Ukraine. We have schedules, we've adjusted to that. We have generators, EcoFlows. Russians don't have that, and they actually steal generators that are brought to various institutions where the electricity is needed. That is another dark side of this Russian mentality. We witness that on the newly liberated Ukrainian territories, but they do the same to their own cities. But anyway, Ukrainians are resilient, adaptable. We know that's an existential fight. And for Russians, it was some kind of evil luxury to keep attacking Ukraine, planning attacks on other countries while staying in safe environments, more or less, because Russia is not a safe country, but without, experiences of war. And 2025 brought an extremely important change here, because back in 2024, I think it was not that widespread. And now we may say that literally all of the Russian regions are a war zone. And just have a look at the statistics of this internet outages, can I say so? Because that's the planned thing. You follow me. You know that even during blackouts, I'm able to record videos, to share these videos because we have internet, because we don't have the censorship Moscow has. And during 2025, they turned off internet 12,000 times in Russia. It all began in Moscow before the Victory Day. They were afraid that the Ukrainian drones may participate in Putin's parade. The worst months were August and December, and on average, they turn off mobile internet in 56-75 Russian regions a day. 56-75 Russian regions a day. With all my Ukrainian optimism, we all know this is not the number of the regions we send Ukrainian drones to. So it's pretty obvious that they turn off internet because of the other reasons, because they don't want people to share the information about the state of economy, the information about various protests that take place, like nationwide protests of the Russian taxes, and in general, everything is super bad for Russians. And they do have a choice to change something, inside Russia, not to try and keep and destroy Ukraine or some other countries that once were unlucky to be a part of the USSR. Trust me, Putin triggered the collapse of the Russian Federation back in 2022, or maybe even in 2014. And to celebrate the new year, which I believe will bring us more strength, more unity, and more demilitarized sites inside Russia, we decided to make a sale in our merch shop. So do check, get the products you like, and turn into the ambassadors of Ukraine, reminding the world about our fight and the need to defeat Russia. Also check my new video on Anna Danilchuk channel about Russia losing its status of superpower, and our community finally received this silver plaque. I know we are way bigger than 100Ks now, and our community is what matters, but it was a really difficult way for a Ukrainian in Ukraine to receive it, but now you have it, I have it, and I'm forever grateful that we are growing, getting stronger, and we turn our thoughts, our conversations into real actions, saving a lot of innocent lives and protecting, trust me, lots of other countries that are under threat if Russia is not punished for the violation of the international law, at least. So subscribe, share these videos, please. Happy New Year. Write Happy New Year in your national language in the comments below. I'm always happy to know how diverse, how international our community is. Follow me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, Discord, the links in the description of this video. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channels, but most importantly, thank you for being friends of mine and friends of Ukraine. See you in 2026. Slava Ukraini!